Hello everybody and welcome back to Kalinovka. Hope you're all doing very well today. So the last episode we placed a new shed next to the on the bit of land next to the farm just here. So I've had a tidy up, put some bits and pieces away, managed to get the wider implements in here. So the seeder, the cultivator was in here, but that is on a contract job at the moment. So yeah, I've taken on 3 cultivating contracts. The contract I did in the last episode, the field was a lot bigger than I thought, so it took quite a while to do the cultivating on it. But yeah, I've taken on 3 more, and they are quite big fields again. So he's just gonna plough on, or cultivate on, as I should say, while we're doing some other bits and pieces. But it's this field here, that one to the left, and then that one just ahead of us. So they're all next to each other, so I'll just keep coming back and checking on him and set him off working in the next field when he's done. We have got some snow coming today again, but that shouldn't affect anything we're doing. So I'll show you that in a minute. I chopped down all the rest of the trees, and I thought I might as well put them into into the production that I haven't actually used yet, which was the sawmill. So there's nearly 90,000 litres of wood that we chopped down. So that's all in the sawmill now, producing planks, running very nicely. The productions are all still running. While we're on productions, so I have been leasing the productions, apart from the firewood and the apiary. I'm leasing the rest, and I didn't think I didn't sort of test it, but I thought maybe it'd be like the field lease mod, where you can lease a field and then over time the price will go down and you can buy it. Well, that's not the case with the productions. Once you've leased a production, that's it. You can't do anything else with it. You can't sell it, buy it, or anything. So I'm only paying £1,000, a one-off £1,000 payment to lease the sawmill, to lease the production, or at least I think it's a one-off payment. I'm not actually sure. I don't know whether that's £1,000 a day. So if we go to one of the productions that I haven't leased, so it doesn't matter which one. Let's go to the sugar mill. So if I go to lease that, oh, it is 1,000 a day. So yeah, that's right. Of course it is. Yeah, so £1,000 a day. So obviously, the more productions there are, the more it costs. There's 13 productions on the map, and obviously I've bought 2, which are the firewood and the apiary. So that leaves 11. So if I lease all 11, that's going to cost me 11,000 a day. But for all those productions, I think that's still quite cheap. The problem is they are all very expensive. I mean, that sugar mill was 410,000, I think. Meat processing is over 400,000. So realistically, we're never going to be able to buy them. I was hoping that the production leasing would allow me to use the productions and then over time lower the cost of them, and then I could buy them cheaper, but that's not the case. So I've decided I'm going to lease all the productions at once, even though we're not going to be using a lot of them straight away. So that's straight away, that's going to be 11,000 a day that we're paying, but I'm going to double that. I was going to try and do it in the XML. I did manage to do it at one point while I was testing the mod, but for some reason it's gone back to 1,000. So what I'm going to do every month, and I need to remember to do this, so every month I'm going to take just use the easy dev controls and remove another 11,000 every day from my account. And I think that's a bit of a fairer price to be paying. So I'll have access to every production on the map, which over time I will eventually want to use. But it's going to cost me 22,000 every month. If that seems too much after a while, then I will look at reducing what I'm paying, but I think to start with, that's a fair sort of price. So yeah, anyway, so we cut down all the trees, and now I'm going to show you what I've done. Now, don't be expecting a beautiful masterpiece, because me and the landscaping tool are not the best of friends. But I don't think it looks too bad, considering how uneven the ground was. So inevitably I was going to get this ridge, because I'm nowhere near as good enough to flatten the ground completely and have it, I don't think that's possible when you've got such a sloping terrain like it was. So I've managed to get a sort of border all the way around. This in the middle is completely flat. And then I thought, because I did go over the grass field a bit when I was sort of trying to get these edges right, so I've taken away a little bit of the grass field here all the way around the edge. So yeah, I've put the fence around it just so that when we're mowing this grass, if I do manage to put it on a play course or something like that, it doesn't have any accidents and fall down here or etc. But the only way I could get rid of that texture, if you remember all the twigs and sort of bush type things and grass etc., was to paint down this grass texture, which just hides it. Because it wasn't until I seeded the grass field here that texture went. So I could have ploughed this out, but it wouldn't have made any difference. So yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. I mean, it's flat, which is what we wanted. We've got an access point here, and I've managed to sort of just do like a bit of a rock texture going around the edge. So yeah, I think that's acceptable. So we're going to put greenhouse on here. Now, I have been looking at the greenhouses. I've installed a few more. But before we do that, actually, I'm just going to go over to the cultivator and set him off on the next field, because this one is now complete. Starting off about here. So for some reason it sets this cultivator at 2.9 meters, but it's 5 meters. I always check the work width. Usually it is the lower of the two values, but on the odd occasion it's not. So yeah, always check it first. Yeah. So start that one off. Right, let's get back over to our lovely masterpiece. So yeah, greenhouses, I have been looking at a few different ones. I've installed a few more. So I have actually got quite a lot of greenhouse mods in here. So I was thinking we mainly want tomatoes and strawberries from this greenhouse, and that is going to go into the fruit line company. That will make tomato juice and strawberry juice. But when I was looking at the fruit line company, I didn't realise they both need sugar. So I can buy sugar from the shop. It's part of the Kalinovka mod pack. Sorry, I'm just looking in the distance there. I've got that texture thing again. The foliage thing. Shouldn't be like that. I don't know why it keeps doing it on this map. Yeah, so we need sugar, so I can buy sugar pallets from the shop, which I might do to start off with, but then come October time, I think, maybe September, October, hopefully there'll be some sugar beet contracts. If not, there is one sugar beet field on the map, which is field 52. That is 129,000, and I've already got 20% off that. But what I have noticed, so it says 129,734 there. If I go into the field leasing, lease farmland, so field 52, probably all the way near the bottom. $162,168 to buy. Oh, okay. Well, I was on something the other day, and it was a lot less when you go into the field lease thing. But anyway, yeah. So we're going to need sugar for that production, but we can at least get the greenhouses started. So I've got lots of greenhouses installed. I was thinking maybe if I place a few sort of standard greenhouses, but a lot of them you need all sorts: manure, fertilizer, seed, etc., etc. So I did install so there's this one, which is absolutely mad. It does all sorts of stuff, as you can see scrolling along there. Yeah, loads and loads of stuff, but it does need a lot of inputs. Then I was looking at which one was it? So we've got the foil tunnels, but again, I could place a few of those down, but it's just, I don't know, it would just take a while to produce. We've got a fruit greenhouse, so that will do sugar beet, cotton, potatoes, grapes, olives, and then the standard 3. But that takes herbicide, water, fertilizer, and seed. So it would give us sugar beet, which we could put into the sugar mill to make sugar. Maybe we'll look at one of those later on. But the one I've decided, it's not this one, but I wanted to show you this one. So this one, you've got a greenhouse, and then you've got like a conveyor and a storage shed. And I think it's supposed to convey the pallets round and put them in the storage shed, but it didn't seem to be working. And it is very big, and it will cause some landscaping issues still, and it's very expensive. So anyway, the one I've chosen to go with is this one. Now this one is obviously quite big as well, but so it's basically 6 greenhouses together. Sorry, no, it's not. It's 12, isn't it? No, 6. It is 6. Yeah. And there's a big one. There's a 12 as well. So that's 60 grand, and it takes liquid fertilizer and water, and it just produces the standard 3 crops: strawberries, tomatoes, lettuce. But the cycles per month were huge. I mean, silly. So I have altered those in the XML so that they run slightly slower, and we'll see what the production's like. If it's silly and we're getting lots, then it's not going to be very realistic. So but yeah, this is the one I want to go for, so I'm just going to quickly just go over with the leveling tool again, just to make sure that is completely flat. I have got the Paint Anywhere mod on, so I can do all the landscape and stuff for free, and I can also do it anywhere on the map. I don't have to own the land. Let's see how that looks now. Still a bit off, isn't it? But so the pallets spawn to the right hand side end, and the 2 fill points either side. So I think let's just try and get it as cheap as possible. So it's over here somewhere, isn't it? Actually, let me just try smoothing. Soften. I'll have a bit more luck with this one. When I checked after I'd done it, this was completely flat. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to, does it? I mean, that is, look. Just the greenhouse, isn't it? It's not me. I did a good job. La, la, la. Right. There we are. It's about there. Right, place it there. There we go. So, yeah, that's 60 grand gone. But as you can see, it's a fairly decent sized greenhouse. So I will sort of paint in a couple of pathways around here. But for now, we need to get... Actually, if I just come down here... Where is it? Right, so it holds 300,000 litres of water and liquid fertiliser. But as you can see, the cycles per month. So 9,216. So we're going to get 9 pallets of tomatoes per month. 4,500 lettuce and 9,000 actually 18,000 of strawberries. So still quite a lot, but it's cost us a lot. We need to spend on liquid fertiliser. I want to get a bigger water tank because the one we've got only holds 3,000 litres. The one I've got in mind holds 15. So yeah, I think it'll be alright. Just one of those that we'll just have to see how it goes. So yeah, we need to buy the tanker, which is going to be this one, because then we can make use out of the truck. So we want side protection, Trelleborable Conti. Yeah, we'll leave it. Proper lorry. Gonna do trailer attacher because I can always put something on the back of it. And I think the colour might just keep that as it is. So 13,700. Buy that. Then we need some liquid fertiliser. So I've got these barrels installed. So we've got diesel, water, herbicide, and liquid fertiliser. And I think there's also a silage one as well, silage additive. So that's a sugar pallet that we can buy, but I think that's quite an expensive way of doing it. So yeah, the liquid fertiliser, 1,500 litres for €1,200, which is the cheapest liquid fertiliser I could find. 1,500 litres. I think we'll buy 4 of these. Give us 6,000 litres to start with. So yeah, the costs are adding up. So if we go to the lorry, I'm going to get this over to the shop, pick up the water trailer, and we'll load up the liquid fertiliser, get that over to the greenhouse, and then I think what I will possibly do is put in a water pipe or something next to the greenhouse. Might be a little bit easier. So yeah, I shall see you back over at the greenhouse. Right, over at the greenhouse with the liquid fertiliser. So we've got 6,000 litres. Pretty sure the fertiliser goes this side. Water is the other side. Okay. So, water. Go to tools. Actually, I wonder if this is the same as what we've got over at the farm. I know it washes. It will wash machines, etc. So I'm just wondering if it will. It's only 150. Let's try it. There we go. Yep. That'll fill with water as well. That'll just make it easier doing it over here rather than the farm or anything like that, and then bringing it all the way over. So what we could do actually is just bring the little water bowser that we got at the farm, bring that down here and just leave it down here, and every now and then we could just top the greenhouse up with water there. So I've had a little think about productions and scrap what I said. There's no point in me buying all of it or leasing all of them all at once, because half of them I'm not going to use straight away. It's going to be a long time until we use some of them, especially the meat processing plant. So I think I'll just try and keep track of the ones that I do lease, and then just deduct the money accordingly each month. So for instance, now we have 1, 2. Obviously the greenhouse isn't leased, that's ours. 3. So we've got 4 at the moment. So in March we'll deduct 4,000 for those 4. Although it will be 5, because I am gonna, once we've got this running, I am going to take some of that flour over to the bakery, and then we can get some rye bread producing. But obviously the more productions we do lease, the more we'll have sort of products to sell, so it will balance out what we're paying for the production leasing. And I did notice we have actually got a lot of milk from the cows. We've got 11,500 litres, and we've got 80,000 litres of slurry as well. So that's just from 12. Well, 10 really, because I'm not sure the heifer will be producing milk yet, and obviously the bull doesn't produce milk. So yeah, 10 cows. That's quite a decent amount of milk, I think. Let's just get this water in the greenhouse. So I think what I will do is set all three on, the lettuces can just we'll set those to selling, so we haven't got to handle those. So it will just be the tomatoes and strawberries. And then once we get, I think what I probably will do is set everything to distributing. So like the pallets of distributing to all the productions that need them. Tomatoes and strawberries I will set to distribute to the fruit line company, but we won't be able to do that until we've got sugar. So I need to decide whether I want to buy some pallets of sugar first, or yeah. So let's just get this up and running. So we'll do all three. So it barely uses any liquid fertilizer per cycle, and the water's not too bad either. So we are on ×5 speed, so they do appear to be going up quite quick, but they're not. So lettuce is selling, and then the tomatoes and strawberries will spawn out. So yeah, that's that done. So next job, keep going into the wrong menu, too many menus. Yeah, so we want the bakery. Where was that? Across the road from the shop, wasn't it? Yeah, so we're going to lease the bakery. So we can do normal bread, cornbread, rye bread, baguette. So you can just about see there's a little difference in some of the flour symbols, because I did actually try putting a rye flour pallet into the agro product company to see if I could get the pasta started, but I can't. So that has got to be wheat flour or oat flour or barley. Actually no, wheat or barley will do normal flour. Oat flour comes out as oat flour, corn flour, rye flour. So yeah, it's got to be wheat or barley we put in there to get normal flour, which makes sense. But yeah, so I never did sort these missing fill type things out, but we're not going to be doing any of those just yet. No baguette, no corn, no bread. Actually, oh no, need a lot for that. I was going to say we might be able to do that, but we've got eggs. Milk can produce butter. Got strawberries. I just can't see what those two types of flour are. Strange how it needs two types, but problem is the oat, rye and normal flour are all the same symbol. Corn flour is slightly different. Might be able to see it. But, yeah. Well, we'll turn those off anyway, so yeah, we'll leave that there, and then once we get the rye flour over, it will start producing. So I'm going to get into the front loader, grab the trailer, which I have put over here. just get over to the bakery, to the grain mill, collect all the rye flour that's there. And we can take it to the bakery. Let's just double check where it is. I keep going into the wrong menu. Grain mill is over here, isn't it? Is it? Yeah. Actually, we'd be better off turning around and going out this way. Oh, no, we'll just carry on. Not much difference. So we'll go up to the shop and turn right. Right, I will put this into a time lapse. Once I get to the grain mill, I'll try using the forks, but I can't move the tines on the forks. So it all depends whether it can, whether I can lift the pallets and also the weight as well. If not, I may just have to use super strength just to load the pallets onto the trailer. We shall see. But yes, I will. I'll just put this into a time lapse, and I'll see when we've got the flour over to the bakery. I'll just get on the right side of the road. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Alright. Okay. See you soon.
It's silent now, we don't say a word, we're just looking at each other. Tears in our eyes from the words we said, yeah, it kinda broke my heart. Loving you is not so goddamn easy as you think. I'm trying my best to hold on, but I feel myself giving. You know that we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and on. I don't wanna change who you are. The things you say is always one step too far. But I know that I've played my part. I'm hurting you as well. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. I guess that we should say we're sorry. We'll say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. We pick up the pieces and start again. Don't give up, we're holding on. For what it's worth, I'll try to change. We can't fix our broken hearts. Loving me is not so goddamn easy as I think. You try your best to hold up, but I see you giving in. You know that we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and on. I don't wanna change who you are. The things you say is always one step too far. But I know that I've played my part. I'm hurting you as well. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. You know that we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and on. I don't wanna change who you are. The things you say is always one step too far. But I know that I've played my part. I'm hurting you as well. Guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry.
Right, here we are. So we'll get this flour into the bakery and get some rye bread going. I'm probably going to have to turn triggers on just because I've no idea where. Well, actually, it must be over here. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Go into the production menu and that. Oh, I need water. Oh. We've got pallets because they'll be being sent over. So, right, I'll take the trailer back, get the little water bowser, fill it with water, and bring that back over. So I will see you when we're back over here with some water. Right, I had a thought, but I might as well just use the lorry because it holds 5 times the amount, and it was probably a little bit closer as well. So I'm not sure where this goes. The same place. Okay. We'll unload that. That should now. I've got pallets missing. Should have some pallets at the top of the hour. There we go. So there's pallets in there. So that is now producing some rye bread. So so I can cancel the leasing on this building. It says down there, cancel leasing. And not on the grain though. Or the sawmill or the pallet factory. That's a bit strange. So why can I do it? I don't understand why I can do it on the bakery, but not any of the other productions. Strange. Yeah, down there, cancel leasing. I'll have to keep an eye on that, but yeah. So we've got some bread producing. Nice new greenhouse in. Couple more bits done this episode. I hope you're not. I hope the change of pace in the episodes is better for everyone. I'm interested to know your thoughts and comments. If you think it's a lot better now we've sort of slowed the pace down a bit, or if you think it was fine how it was. But yeah, I'll leave this one here. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. It will help the channel to grow, and it will be very much appreciated. Until the next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.